Okay, are we ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I'm here today with Arthur Garrison. He's the department chairman, is that right?
No, just professor of criminal
Okay.
justice at Kutztown University.
Well, thanks for correcting that. And we are going to discuss police shootings. And there's obviously a lot going on with police shootings, but I think a lot of our viewers really don't know where this topic stands right now. So can you tell us briefly about why we should be concerned about police shootings?
Police shootings are very important in understanding when you look at the context of American history and American politics. And the reason that police shootings is so significant is because African Americans and Hispanics are generally disproportionately involved in police shootings. And the question is why? Taking into account the history of America, some people think that the issue is racism. So one of the things that I did is that I downloaded the Washington Post data set, which includes police shootings from 2015 to present. And I used 2015 to 2019, and I supplemented the data with various other situational factors. In other words, what was going on when the police got into the shootings. And then I used that to compare shootings by race within the same situation a police officer found themselves in. For instance, was it a call for help? Was it a suicide? Was it a call for selling drugs? Something else like that. And comparing the same situation, white to black, what kind of differences did I get when police used deadly force in shootings?
Okay, now, we have limited time here. Can you summarize very briefly what the findings of your research are, or is this ongoing research also? What have you found so far?
Well, in my recent paper, I found that taken within the same situation, blacks are more likely to be shot than whites, and Hispanics are more likely to be shot than whites within the same situation. Did also find that police officers generally are correct when they say that they saw a weapon in somebody's hand. They're correct about 88% of the time overall. But what we found is when you looked at it by race, even though they were correct with shooting blacks 88% of the time that they were in fact armed. The correct rate for non-blacks was 91%. So police are more likely to be wrong with African Americans and Hispanics than with whites.
Okay. Do you attribute this disparity to police bias, or is it possible that more minorities are just doing the possibly illegal things?
Well, if you look at FBI data, the issue is not that African Americans commit most of the crime. Actually, if you look at the FBI data, whites commit more violent crime than any other group. The problem is that if there is a belief that blacks tend to be more violent, which is the narrative of American history, and that's a conversation for another day, that police officers react and they're more likely to fear African Americans in an ambiguous situation than white Americans. And that was one of the conclusions in the paper.
Thank you.
Break.